going from, hey,
Oh,
we
no,
got
no.
the wrong guy and we don't have any space for lease, to let's change the outlook of this laundromat.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, Abraham, please.
Yeah, this is him.
Abraham, my name's Danny. I'm looking at some commercial space, and I believe your brother gave me your number. I'm interested in leasing some space from you here, if you're the right guy.
No, I'm not leasing any space.
Do you,
I don't know why my
you
brother would say that. That's all the
well,
spaces are taken.
maybe the disconnect. Do you own the building?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you operate the laundromat as well?
I have that leased out to somebody.
Okay, okay. Well, you're the right guy, actually, Abraham. I'll explain. That's what I do, coin laundries. I've been in the business for about 20 years. I've got stores in 3 states. I'm interested in leasing, maybe not today, tomorrow, next year, but I'm looking to build out more laundromats. And my partner and I, we walk into these stores and we see, I'm trying to be polite, room for improvement, old laundromats, old equipment. I just want to make you aware that we're looking and we're interested in becoming a tenant and, maybe a better tenant, because we spend a bunch of money on washers and dryers. That's kind of my MO. And of course, as a commercial space owner, as a landlord, if you will, you want the same thing that we do, a good, successful business in that space. But if they're good, they pay the rent, God bless America. If there's something to be talked about, I'd love to throw my hat into the ring, if that makes sense.
No, it does. And you're not wrong about the laundry needing improvement. To be honest, I kind of just gave up on it. I'm leasing it for $2,000 a month, barely breaking even. And with that, I'm just trying to keep it going. It's not really benefiting me, or for me to bring in customers, that might potentially go in the convenience store. That's what so yeah, I would be. I mean, especially someone who has experience in operating laundromats.
Let me stop you and just back up, since again, this is not a cold call. We've walked the laundromat several times.
So you've physically been in.
Oh yeah. I'm not looking at a phone book here and throwing darts. So you
Okay, good.
you do operate the laundromat. You're the operator. You collect the coin.
No, I don't collect the coins. No, I'm not really running it. I mean, I am in a way. I do own the building. I do own the equipment. I'm leasing it. I don't have no lease or contract officially with them. It's just based on a handshake.
Okay. So you've got a straw purchase in there where some entity is collecting the coin and sort of leasing. And you said it, they're giving you $2,000 a month, but that doesn't really make sense. I don't know.
Well, that includes utilities, as well.
Oh, good God.
So
you can't do that.
It was a destroyed business when I gave it to him. It was bringing in a little over $4,000 a month in revenue.
Yeah.
I'm doing very well on the convenience side. I have no time for the laundromat, no time or energy to spend, and no money to spend on replacing. Things are constantly breaking down. They're old. So what would you do if you took it over?
Well, I don't want to play a game with you, but I'd like to ask you honestly, what do you think would rectify this business? One word. You probably already know. What would make this a great laundromat?
New equipment.
Good man. What a good man.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
That's all
That's
it
the only
needs.
thing I can think of.
No,
that's all it needs. Yeah, the location.
listen,
I know the location is good.
Oh God. See, now we're getting into the whole discussion of how real estate works, where location. Bro, I've been doing this 20 years. I'm not a broker. I don't sell or flip my laundromats. My partner and I, we're looking to sign that lease, retool the store. That's the new equipment thing. You know why I'm calling? Because the infrastructure is there. The gas, water, and electric is in the walls. I don't have to go to the environmental impact fees. I don't have to go to the city. I don't have to hire a plumbing schematic. I don't have to go through all the BS. So what I would like to do with you is come up with a reasonable and commensurate rate of rent long term. I need this space for at least 15 years. I'll do 20, because I'm not going to spend $100,000 on upgrades, another $300,000 on equipment, and dip my toe in the water. So I really have two
No, that's
questions.
perfectly
And
understandable.
then, bro, you've got you're talking about, you gave this business to someone who's on a month-to-month handshake, God bless you, and you're hoping they'll bring more people to the convenience store and the gas station. Well, imagine a thriving laundromat. The biggest problem you're going to have in a year is no parking, because we're going to bring people in.
Okay, that sounds like what I'm looking for.
Here's two questions. Two
you,
questions.
yes.
What's the square footage of the laundromat? And what would be your asking rate on a 15-year term?
Okay. As far as the space, I can't tell you offhand. I'm at home currently. I can get that information to you, tonight probably.
Okay.
As far as the rent, I'd really like to at some point get to $3,000 a month. Utilities on you. That's where I'd like to be. I mean, it would probably.
Abraham, I'm not going to make you pay utilities from day one, but here's the disconnect. Does this laundromat have a separate meter?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You should. Here I am showing my jugular. I'm not out to get you or the next landlord or anybody. You should not be paying utilities. We're going to be paying those from day one.
It was meant to give them like a year to because they were fixing stuff. And
I've seen it before, my friend. Having stores in 3 states, I've seen it. I've seen stores that have well water, which is wonderful. Nature provides the water, great. I've seen stores that leak into a cesspool, which is not good. I don't want to say I've seen it all. I haven't. I'm no expert in anything. Trust me, I'm married.
Well, you've seen a lot of things.
But here's the thing.
Am I.
I'm not picking on you when I say you shouldn't be paying utilities. We signed this lease. We're responsible for gas, water, electric, day one. It's separately metered. Okay. It's ready to go. This is not a game. I'm not going to ask you to pay for gas and run a filling station either. So it would be lovely to be able to scoop up $4,000 a month. I can't do that. I need to be at close to 80 cents or $10 per square foot to begin with. You know what the difference? You said it yourself. It's the same answer, brother. So here's the IQ question. What's different between me and my partner operating this and your previous operator?
The difference is you guys will put in new equipment, and I will definitely benefit a lot more than what I'm doing now.
You can work on my team, brother, because here's the thing. The difference is equipment. Same answer. The difference is I'm going to have debt service. I'm going to be putting $300,000, $400,000 worth of spit into this. So when we do that, my debt service is monthly. By the way, I need a 15-year term minimum. I'll do 20, depending on what we come up with. And a year, and I need rent abatement. I need your help. I don't want to partner with you. I don't want you paying my utilities. But this is going to be a very, very different business. Let's keep in touch. This is my cell phone number.
Okay.
We are local. You can't run a laundromat from outside the state, much less the county.
No, you can't. I can't run my business from if I wasn't physically there every day.
Well, I
wouldn't be doing as good.
I beg to differ, but in many ways, you're right. Text me tomorrow. You text me your full contact when we hang up. Text me tomorrow when you're able to look at. My 2 questions are simple. What's the square footage so that we can get to that rate? I'll call you back. We'll try to beat you up on rent abatement, on what you can do to help us make this work. But your help isn't going to be in the form of paying for everything. It's going to be in the form of proper air conditioning units. I've seen stores that aren't even AC'd in Texas. Crazy.
No, I can definitely take responsibility for the air conditioning.
Okay. Well, I appreciate making this going from, hey, you got the wrong guy and we don't have any space for lease to let's change the outlook of this laundromat. Again, not looking for a partner. I want to make you a better landlord.
No, I'm glad I took this call. Usually I just hang up on because I just assume it's like off the phone book, like you said earlier. Sure. But I'm glad I heard you out, and I don't think hopefully we're not wasting our time. No,
I have far better things to do. This is the inception, the infancy of the call. I will just text me your full contact, and when you know the square footage, you can even text that, and then I'll call you back.
Sounds good, but I'll do that either today or tomorrow. But by tomorrow, the latest.
Do you go by Abe or is it Abraham?
Abraham or Abe for short, same name.
Okay. All right, Abe, I appreciate you. Talk soon.
Yeah, thanks for the call. And hopefully we make something out of this.
Of course.
Well, I'll get you those answers and I'll text it to you and we'll talk soon, I hope.
Cheers. Thank you. Number one, it's a straw purchase. He handed this location to someone and he's paying the utilities. Now, should I say, well, why don't you pay the utilities for the first few years? Well, you won't be able to write off your utility bills. It's not how business is done. We're not going to take advantage of a landlord because he's not really sure how this should work. It's very hard for small business owners to blueprint things, to understand how to get out of the business, how to work out of the business, how to trust someone that's better than you are. Well, you don't have to have somebody better. If it's monkey work, if it's not difficult, if it's timing, then you can trust good employees. Or better yet, trust contract employees because it behooves them to work well. Subscribe, kids. Now's your chance. What a lovely call from a cold call. Now, this is not a free laundromat, not quite yet, but let's be realistic. Let's be very realistic. Are you capable of making that call and doing that? Sure you are. Of course you are. Should you? Do you feel comfortable even if you have ingested my course and you know exactly the words to say and you've got a script? There is no script. It's the zig and the zag. And the biggest thing, the preponderance of what I do is read that man or woman, read that entity. Landlords, the actual people, the families that own these businesses and this dirt, they can get pretty passionate. And when they start trying to run roughshod over you, you can't back down.
Oh, I want to be nice to my landlord. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm going to have a long-term relationship.
They get your check every month for 15 years, they're thrilled. But if you start by calling and being wishy-washy, when they say, no, I'm going to do this, I don't hang up. That's quitting. Talk. And they might not want to do business. I've been doing this for so long that I've heard the inflection in the angry landlord's voice when they say, I'm done with you, I don't want to deal with you. And then 6 months, 6 years, 6 days later, they call back, they turn into pussycats. Maybe not in a sticky note, maybe not written down on their computer somewhere in a document, but in their mind they know, okay, this guy is not to be trifled with. Who do you want working for you? A shark. That's me. It's what I do. You want to be a part of it? Like, subscribe, as they say, and get the course. It's all in there. Ciao.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.